all this. Ugh. Right, perfect. Hello, Internet. Welcome, Yonomun. Minasan. Welcome to my stream. Today, yes, apologies, very late. I only finished work at around 9 p.m., so that's why it took a while to go live and stream and everything. But I'm here now. So, yeah, I thought we'd just have a chat for about 30 minutes to an hour, then call it a night. I mean, I still got work tomorrow. But yeah, so good. So very stiff right now from all the work and everything outside. But yeah, I made a promise that I'm going to go live today, even though I said yesterday I did post and say, apologies, can't make it to yesterday, I mean. But I'm here now. Hopefully you can still hear me, even though I did have a microphone near me. Right, so yeah, I want to talk about a few things, but I just want to explain as to why I work so late. At 5. Well, I work till 9 today only because one of my colleagues on holiday and I'm covering for her. Now, briefly speaking, this colleague, she's wonderful when, she helping. Once she gets very emotional and out, she becomes the biggest nightmare in the team, and all you can hear is her grumbling and swearing and effing and jeffing and complaining about every small thing. So it's in the workplace harmony. She is beside. She brings everyone down. So as a team, it's hard to personally. I find it hard to navigate and deal with this type of behaviour and learning how to approach the problem as well. So yeah, the only reason I thought to explain, I was just trying to get everything cleared. So when she comes in tomorrow, she doesn't have much to. She needs to catch up, and I cleared everything. So yeah, that's that. Everything's all cleared. Everything's all done. Yeah, she doesn't need to do any catch up, anything like that. And that's me being nice, only because. Funny thing is, when she asked me to cover for her, she complained about me not covering fully, and she, complained to me to my own manager or our manager. Long story short, I just feel this is kind of silly because one, didn't have enough time, and I didn't want to work till very late to finish everything. But yeah, from then I thought, I don't want to deal with her nagging and hassling and her getting and stropping and everything. So I thought, I'll be nice, I'll finish everything. So I finished it. So the reason why I finished work late, but it's over now. I can go back to being normal and having a normal life. But yeah, moving on, I think I mentioned on my previous stream, I've talked about the Saikuno situation. Now, I've only said about, well, I was just surprised at the fact that he was a cheater. I didn't expect him to be a cheater, and the only stream I've seen so far on YouTube was him playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm a massive fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the only reason I watched it. And only realised that, he marketed himself as the boy failure with an anime voice. Because that's I found out from boy failure situation from Mugen's video, and the anime voice is from the actual video from Saikuno, his stream, that he literally sound like an anime character, and the way he talks on the stream, he talks like one. But I didn't get the vibe that he would be a serial cheater. That's why I was like, well, he really, well, he knows how to play the game. He's a player for sure. And he played the game very, very well. To the point where he was cheating with dozens of people. Now, how many, I don't know. Just from what I've heard, it sounds like he's cheated with a lot, like dozens of ladies and done a lot of one night stands. I'm like, yeah, okay. What to each to their own. I don't condone cheating. I don't endorse it. But, it's not for me to judge. I was just surprised. But after that one video I saw from Mugen, I did not expect a huge fiasco of drama coming out. Because while watching Mugen's video, I didn't really, didn't really picture it or think this that he about calling Sykkuno in any terms of like slander, like calling him. I don't know what did he call him in the video. Like, apart from the title, he said he calls him a predator. I was under the assumption of the predator as in like he 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 preys on many women to cheat. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't thinking like it was. I don't know why I took it as a metaphorical sense in my when I was watching the video and then seeing the title again. I just thought, first I did thought, was he a groomer? Was he diddling with my, no, he wasn't. No, he was just basically a cheater. That's all I could say. Pretty much that was it. But the drama coming from I wasn't really looking into it. I wasn't really following the entire fiasco of the situation. Nor was I really trying to keep up to date with it. It's just my feed was now. What was it? Like, it's literally bombarded with everything about it, and everyone's covering it. Everyone was talking about it. Well, I should say everyone. I should say, like, a lot of content creators are talking about it. I shouldn't say everyone. Quite a lot. Or the ones that I'm watching, or even the ones that somewhat related to them is, I don't know how to explain it. It's just my algorithm. What it says is that I watched it from one video, so everyone that was like, is it those other content creators watch their video as well, or they're in relation to whatever reason, their channel's now popping on my feed, and yeah, I just see everything about it from pretty much nearly. I won't say everyone again. It's just that people related to Sykkuno. And yeah, I just thought, wow, this is. Oh, sorry, itchy face. I thought, wow, this is very crazy indeed. Because of the fact that I watched one video, my algorithm has just been. I've been bombarded with a list of it, of things related to it. Well, obviously, anyway, that's how algorithm works, but. And me being the drama enjoyer, I couldn't help but to watch it. The algorithm definitely works. I did watch quite a few, and I thought it was even more crazy. It's the fact that that there were all these people that's coming out with the expose or trying to defame Sykkuno in every way and spreading some rumors about him. And it's not doing very well. It's backfiring, obviously. You've probably seen it already yourself. I don't know what is the end goal, apart from just trying to gain some form of intimacy on the internet to promote their spicy content. Because right now I've seen two people that has come out and expose Sykkuno. One is the person with the Google Doc, and the lady that the Google documents about her interaction with Sykkuno also posted a Patreon to promote her nudity. Nudity that's the correct word. And her debauchery of behaviours. And I thought, now that's very wicked for you to post these kind of contents in such a short amount of time. So it's just like, this doesn't seem right. And the other that's trying to call Sykkuno a, well, I don't know what's the political term correct words to say on the internet now, but I think if you were to say the actual word, you will be taken off the internet. But I believe you get what I mean by say grape. Yes, so apparently she's saying that he raped her. And I find it, and the more I watch the video, I just find it even more unbelievable because, well, she's consented to the entire situation and this, well, the coitus, let's just say, in the interaction with the two of them and the coitus, the act of coitus as well, she literally consented. And I just thought, this is just a big sigh, that's all I have. And the fact that she's also a spicy content as well, I think I've heard that apparently she also has a spicy content as well. And I just thought, that's not good, if that is the truth. If she does have a link to it, to her spicy content, and she's also putting this out there on the internet about how she was wrongfully misconducted on her physical behavior. Well, it kind of feels like her side of the story, she's trying to talk about this serious allegation is kind of like no longer exists, because if you are trying to say that you do work, well, if you watch the video again, you would see that she basically essentially consented to the entire situation, but she's saying she didn't, but somehow she. So it's like, what I'm trying to say is that it's very confusing. It's like all these things coming out. It's just like, wow, it's just so crazy. And now obviously the guy now has come out himself with his own response and showing that everything is false, apart from the cheating, obviously, because the cheating did happen, and there's obviously, he did cheat his girlfriend. The biggest thing is that his girlfriend is trying to work through the situation and trying to get this over with. Now, I'm surprised about that she is, well, wanting to work through things with him. That's one surprising thing. But for her to say she wants to do this privately, trying to get the words out now, sorry, my brain is still kind of brain fog. Yeah, she wants to privately do this. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So, very sorry for her. I feel sorry that, everything about her relationships and what's going on has been put on public for everyone to see. So, feel very, very sorry for her. Yeah, so, I wasn't expecting this, and it was surprising to see this happening, and the algorithm doing its own wonders of work, promoted a lot of these things, and, being a sucker again for drama, I couldn't help it but to watch it, and, yeah, it's a very messy situation, where someone an agent has misinformed the public and didn't do his own due diligence of researching and even asking the person asking the girlfriend, Sykkuno's girlfriend, about the situation and everything, which I was surprised, because I've seen a few Mugen videos and I always thought, but from the Mugen videos I've seen so far, it looks like he's very well informed. He did do his, research, and he's conducted the efficacy that he needed to show himself as a informational YouTuber or on internet, social media content that he creates, that I don't know, is it drama infused or content? I don't know what you call this, but yeah, it's expose. Let's just say. So I thought he does a due diligence, but this video, my goodness, he didn't. And now it makes me question about his previous videos that he's done. Did he actually do any form of research and got all his ducks in a row? And that's just well, now I know that again. I shouldn't take everything that everyone says on face value, but nonetheless, it's most of us, like to believe what what the social media content creators say is the truth. Because, well, one, you like the personality of the person, and two, you find them entertaining in some ways, and that's I was a sucker for all the videos that he posted previously because it was entertaining and it was fun to watch. But now here we are. But enough of negativity, enough of all this. Let's move on to a different topic, which I just recently read the latest chapter for Surviving in Game as a Barbarian, the manga, the webtoon, manhwa. Sorry, we shouldn't call it webtoon. We call it manhwa, Korean manga. And you just get the title up again and get it correct. I did say it correct. Yes, Surviving the Game as a Barbarian. Now, if anyone has read this manga or would know what it's about, but for those of you who don't know, let me tell you basically what it is. It's an isekai story, except that he's been transported into the game that he was playing. Now, the great thing about this is that, well, not great thing, sorry, is it's time as old as tale. The same, genres of, isekai game transported into the favorite game that we played, or the game that we did play, and last played, and you became one of the playable characters, or one of the playable characters, or your own unique created character, etc., etc. This one, he's transported into a person's body, and he has no clue as to how or when or why. Actually, he doesn't know, so I'm trying to remember all the chapters now. Sorry, no, he does know because he clicked on a suspicious message saying that you want to try and all that stuff, retry and all that stuff, and so, sorry, my brain is so fogged right now. Let me get my head in the right gear and just try to think before I speak. Okay, Surviving the Game is a barbarian. So what I'm trying to say is that it's a manhwa about the protagonist being transported into the video game that he was playing. Now, it was considered as one of the hardest games, and he loves a challenge, and he has completed without realizing it's a tutorial. By the way, there's a huge spoiler for everyone that's want to read it if they haven't read it. So I do apologize. I should have said it first, but yeah, here we go. So he's been transported to the game, and now realizing this is his new reality, he's now trying to survive this game, this hectic game of life and death, because he knows that if he dies in this game, there's no, respawning. Well, he doesn't know if he can respawn or not. And that's the problem, because he's not willing to test it out since it's, his consciousness is in there. And the story envelops where it shows that he's not the only person that's been translated into this game. There are other people as well. It even shows right in the beginning of the chapter that there were other people as well that transported at the same time with him, and they were just equally as confused. But the moment they opened and talked about it, they were like a different person. The people in the native people in that game consider as these people as evil spirits and will kill them spot. So straight away he knows that he's in danger if he was to show any signs of behavior that is unbefitting of the race that he is. And the race he is, as I said, he's a barbarian. So a barbarian is a warrior kind of race, but very, simple-headed, stupid and arrogant, so that he has to act the part. So if he shows some form of like high intelligence or self-awareness where it is not normal in the behavior and circumstances that these barbarians are in, they will be considered as evil spirits and will be killed on the spot straight away. And that's what all the residents in this game has been trained to do. They will kill every evil spirit that is in their land, in their world, because they consider them as evil. Because I can see, well, I will say, in my point of view, really what they consider as evil is because they know this person, the original owner of that body, for a very long time. All of a sudden, they've now been hijacked by another being, and in order to give them a quick death of the, and not to shame the owner of that body, is to put them and give them a quick death, so that the original owner of the body will not be defiled or defamed in any way. So I can see that's my point as to why they would kill them straight away. But anyway, as an inverted story, you can see he's trying everything he can to survive each day, each quest he goes through, and all that stuff. And he's racked his brain to overcome difficult situations that he's been given and everything. And now now up to the most updated situation, he's now trapped in sort of a gate in the dungeon. I should say not gate, sorry, dungeon. And he's now have hundreds of other people as well as trapped with him, and now he's leading these hundreds of people to safety. Well, obviously people are dying along the way, but nonetheless, he has become like the beacon of hope for these people. Due to his warrior spirit, I should have mentioned that, sorry. His warrior spirit has inspired them to be like him and to, keep their faith and hope with him, because they're seeing him as a pillar of light, like All Might, where he's like the pillar that everyone can lean against just to get the support and know that they can still move on forward, knowing that there's someone there protecting them, giving them the hope that they desperately need in the most abysmal situation. So again, so he's in that situation, and they're fighting very, very strong beings, to the point where these are like considered as boss level kind of cast. It's literally like a hopeless situation, but they're trying to turn things around. And he's on the verge of death. He's now lost his sight due to someone's skills, where their blood is acidic, and because of the blood spilled onto his face, it damaged his eyes. So now he's blinded, and he's also, I think both his legs is gone, and his right arm is literally torn off. And he failed killing a necromancer, unfortunately, because the one of his dark wizard mage user was there to save the necromancer in the nick of time. Unfortunately, the main protagonist may have lost two companions, like his own personal companions, like his own top party members. So I'm then left in the cliffhanger of not knowing what happens next, which is very hard. Our story is really good, because when they enter where they're all trapped in this dungeon, and hundreds of other people, it's all the same situation, and you see him trying. He didn't even try. He just he forced his way to get everyone to agree with him, but at the same time, while he's forcing everyone, just naturally just followed him. And when you watched him, he's trying to get everyone out of the situation, because they're barbarians, they're like Viking warriors, so he'll keep shouting Valhalla. And every time he shouts Valhalla, my goodness, it really stirs up inside of you, like I want to shout Valhalla as well with him. And it makes me hope that all these characters, even not all of them, at least most of them, survive. But my goodness, the author was he relentless, I could say. Is that he really killed a lot of characters, and in the story, because you're introduced to all these side characters that's traveling the main protagonist, trying to get out of this situation. Every time you learn of these characters, learn the name and everything, you just watch them die and die and die. You're like, oh my goodness. It's the emotional roller coaster just going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then you just see the main protagonist, knowing the fact that the weight of his death of his newfound comrades, he's shouting Valhalla to keep his spirits up. And everyone's also trying to protect him from dying because they don't want him to die. Because if he dies, everyone is definitely going to die because he is literally the light in the pillar. If the light in the pillar of the entire group dies, literally, which known as leave the pack, then the whole entire group will disperse and meet their end. But nonetheless, an amazing story. There's so many unfortunate twists into the story as you progress and reading it. It makes you, oh my goodness, wow. I know these are fictional characters, but still, it really does draw you. It does draw you in with them, and then empathize empathize with them, and everything. I was like, wow. It's definitely, it's not a coincidence that this is a good memoir to read. So yeah, I definitely recommend people reading it. I know I butchered the story, didn't really explain it very well, but try to deliver the essence of the story that you can really feel the warrior spirit from him. And yeah, it's very when he says Valhalla, he just makes you want to shout Valhalla with him at the same time. So yeah, definitely recommend it. They definitely tell you to give it a good read. Definitely read it. Yeah, so yeah, that's that. I read that manga. I mean, I keep calling it manga. I'm so used to reading Japanese manga. I call everything manga now. There's Korean manhwa, so you have to get. Some people likes to get the terminology right. So yeah, if you are wondering, this is a Korean mod. So it's called Fighting the Game as a Barbarian. Yeah, so that's that, and I really enjoy reading it. Now, on my phone, trying to get a new memoir on this has released a new chapter. There is one, actually, I just saw it was actually I want to read it. It's called The Beginning of the End. If you have watched the anime, you will know you're very disappointed of the animation because the manhwa is very good. So is another manhwa, and it's a very very good story. However, the power scaling, I find it is also a problem because it's okay. Actually, I thought something about it's the same way with the Invincible show. The power scaling in that show makes absolutely no sense to me. And I have read and seen, information from like an author or from users or something like that, saying that the original author of Invincible never really cared about the power scale of each character. And I get it because it's his story, he can do whatever he wants. But for my brain, for my not logical brain, I should say more for my brain to comprehend the situation, it makes no sense to me because how can you have such a powerful character, but all of a sudden when you face something doesn't seem as powerful, he or she's having a hard time, and it's just like it doesn't really make sense to me. It's just like, are you sure this is the same character we once saw in the previous seasons or episodes? At least it doesn't really make sense on how powerful or weak that character is. In the same way as the beginning of the end. It's like you introduce these characters, they seem to be very powerful, but then all of a sudden they're killed very easily. in the next churn, which